get started, I would like to just remind our scholars today that we have a wonderful opportunity to hear from our choir and our guest speaker. And I know that you know the behavior and expectation, so that I just know that this will be demonstrated throughout the whole entire performance. So that means sitting back, please reserve yourself off your phone, and if you have your phone on you, to please turn it off, and to give everyone who's on this stage your undivided attention. Thank you. So I would like to begin today introducing our choir, and I'm asking for the student body to please stand in honor of the national anthem, and then they will provide you directions for the next musical selection. So at this time, I need you guys to stand. Thank you. once again, welcome. Thank you for attending today and good morning. I would like to extend this warm welcome to our scholars this morning, our staff members, family, community members, our school directors and board members, and also I would like to welcome our distinguished honor guest today for the very first recipient of the Wall of Success as a person of color. Once again, yes. It is an honor today to learn from his experience, and I hope that you gain some wisdom and also an opportunity to look inside yourself and find that you can be the best person you can absolutely be. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Ajamu is not someone that isn't used to breaking records. He's also not used to doing something that is historic, which is today. So now, those of you that know him over time, especially his college roommates, would also say that he was very good at breaking records in Tetris and Mario Brothers. Years ago, I don't know if you remember that, I did a little bit of research.
I'll get him later.
And yes, he's used to breaking records with his physical feats, if you know him. But I think what is just unbelievable is how he broke the record in his teaching, in his coaching, in his relationships with students, in his relationships with colleagues and peers and staff. And how he instilled in students a love of science and a love of learning and a love of commitment to being better every day. And so, where he really broke records was with his relationships. And that's what makes it so unbelievably special. And so I want to say, on behalf of the Sun Prairie Area School District, and I'm talking about the kids in this room, the kids in these hallways, the kids across the system, the families, the school board, our staff, and our community, that we are proud of you. And we are so grateful of the unbelievable work that you have done on behalf of kids and families during your career. And so, on behalf of the Sun Prairie Area School District, congratulations. We are proud of you. Thanks for being here. I'd like to introduce Jay Swanson, who will do introductions.
Good morning, students, past and present staff, community members, alumni, past Wall of Success honorees, friends and family of Ajamu, and of course our honoree, Ajamu Olaniyan. Welcome to the 2021 Sun Prairie High School Wall of Success Assembly. This is an opportunity for our school community to honor a Sun Prairie High School graduate who has achieved distinction in their career. We've honored 24 such graduates since 1996. Ajamu Olaniyan, our 2021 honoree, graduated from Sun Prairie High School in 1988. He then went to college and graduated from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse with his bachelor's and master's in education. Mr. Olaniyan is currently a PhD student at Concordia University in Chicago, studying health and human performance. As a high school student, Mr. Olaniyan was a three-sport athlete participating in football, basketball, and track and field. While a member of the Sun Prairie track and field team, Ajamu set the school record in the triple jump, jumping a distance of 46 feet, a record which still stands today. As we looked at the record board in the athletic hallway down there, it is the oldest record that is still standing today. Holding a high school record is impressive, but Mr. Olaniyan wanted to see how far he could go. By making small improvements daily, he was able to become a 3-time national champion at UW La Crosse. I agree. In addition to being a national champion in the triple jump, Ajamu is UW La Crosse's and the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference's outdoor triple jump record holder. These records and other successes in college earned Ajamu a spot in UW La Crosse's Athletic Wall of Fame. Mr. Olaniyan is not only an accomplished athlete, he has been a middle school teacher and is currently teaching in Milwaukee. He's been teaching for 25 years, focusing on teaching science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics to his students, inspiring students to use education as a foundation for future success. Additionally, Ajamu is the president of his own sports performance business, Top Flight Sports Performance Engineering, where he helps athletes to improve their performance and reach their goals using science and engineering. During Mr. Olaniyan's time in the Sun Prairie Area School District, he was one of the few students of color and was the first, as another record-breaking, first black player to start for the Sun Prairie varsity boys basketball team. Even amongst these great accomplishments and experiences at Sun Prairie High School, Ajamu, just like anybody else, had some negative experiences as well. When you listen, students, to Mr. Olaniyan speak, please see if you can hear your story or part of your story in the words that he carries. See if you can hear about believing in yourself and working to create a better vision for yourself. With that being said, it gives me great pleasure to introduce and congratulate the 25th member of the Sun Prairie High School Wall of Success, Mr. Ajamu Olaniyan.
Good morning. I am honored and grateful to be here. Thank you for carving out some time to connect with me today. Thank you for the honor of being selected for the Wall of Fame. Everyone involved, from the community to the selection committee, from all the other people who I'm sure were notable and worthy. I'm grateful that I have this opportunity. So, lots of thoughts. I have 2 pages written out, 3 probably, but I'm gonna do things my way. So, it's my day, why not, right? Anybody out here 16? Raise your hand if you are. Awesome, thank you. We're gonna start with that. John W. Cash was my father. He signed into the Navy at the age of 16 because we were at war. He was part of a segregated platoon. He was a CB. He was not allowed to be in all the different aspects of the Navy because at that time, people of color were not afforded that opportunity. When he fought for our country in the Korean War, he and my mother were forced to go to the back of the bus. But they had a plan. It started with my brother and sister, who also were Sun Prairie graduates. During that time, down south, the only true opportunity was through education. So my brother and sister went to Catholic schools because that was a better option if we wanted to get somewhere. So then we come to Wisconsin. My mom decides, hey, Sun Prairie, could have gone to Madison. She knew. She always knew. Always knew. Mom's always right. Just save yourself time. So, my mom was the first black teacher in Jacksonville, North Carolina. She integrated that educational system. We've been pioneers all our lives. I guess that's just our calling. So with all that said, education is the great equalizer. You guys don't know any different because, many of you, because you've grown up in Sun Prairie. Back in '88, there were 2 kids of color. That was it. Things were different then. There are a lot of people who encouraged and supported me, and I'm going to name some of them in a moment. But I just want you to understand that in the greatest country in the world, Sun Prairie is one of the greatest communities in the greatest country. And there's an obligation and opportunity for you. And I'll talk about my journey and how Sun Prairie has impacted that. So besides my mom and dad, my sister, #1 cheerleader, love her to death and grateful for her. Man, Mr. Conham, here's the Sun Prairie thing. I took a college class when I was a senior in high school. Didn't really think of it as a big deal, but now it's great. That you have an opportunity to be ahead of the curve. But besides that, Mr. Conham taught me about business. Working with him, getting up at the crack of dawn to clean the bleachers at Camp Randall. You either want it or you don't. And in life, whatever goals that you have, and I do want to pause and say this, kids, whatever dreams you have, they are valid. Whatever it is, go get it. But use your education here to catapult you towards those goals. So that was one of the things. I was already a college student before I even went to college. That's the beauty of a Sun Prairie education. Connecting to things that I didn't even know I was going to do. Back in '88, I didn't know I was going to run a business, and Mr. Conham was already teaching me about it. I was in physics class thinking, when am I ever going to learn, when am I ever going to use these things? Well, some of your classmates who are my clients will tell you we talk about ground reaction forces and the rate of force production. All that I learned in these classrooms here in Sun Prairie. You never know. So grab onto it and use it. Ms. Vitens, I got all these, I had a lot of moms. I guess I was trouble. But, all the teachers, for the most part, were very supportive, and they held me to a higher standard. Not everybody that criticizes you and calls you out are haters. They love you, and they want to see you be the best version of yourself. And so you really need to listen to the message. A lot of people miss the message because of the wrapping, and it is a gift. You know what, I in business and as an educator and even as a PhD student, I embraced the challenges, I hugged the messenger. Your critics are actually helpful too, because they're letting you know where you need to improve. So your teachers care about you, they want you to be successful. Please, please, please take what they're giving you and make the most of it. And teachers, I can't overstate this. You have so much influence over the kids and their development. It's a responsibility. There were teachers who were not helpful, and there were some amazing teachers who, every day I was called names. There are people that did not want me here, but they understood that I needed support, and they were there for me. And I'm grateful for that. So just know that you guys are very important. The reason why I'm a coach, the reason why I'm a teacher, the reason why I'm getting my PhD is because I have a responsibility to do better as a person for the community, for the people I care about. And, I'm grateful for the impact that I have had on people. There's a couple of things I would like to leave with you, especially the kids, because this is really all about you guys. They said I had 10 minutes, but we'll see. Fail fast, succeed sooner. Failure is part of the process. It's an opportunity to begin again more intelligently. When you fail, you're not a failure. It's just part of the process. So don't take it to heart. Figure it out, get through it. Okay? Be so good you can't be ignored. Your talent and your production will make a way. That might require you taking a different path, but work hard at the little and big things and you will find success. And don't give them an excuse, whatever it is. If you need to have a certification, get that certification. Don't let the little things keep you from doing the big things that lie on your heart. Do what you're best at. I loved basketball. And I probably could have played college basketball, but I would not have been a 9-time national champ and a 7-time All-American in basketball. So whatever it is that you're good at, and if you don't know yet, you'll figure it out. Go after it. Be the best version of yourself. Who are you? If you, people that spend a lot of time around me, hear me say these 2 questions. Who are you and what do you do? You guys have to answer that. And you know what, I'll be 52 in a couple weeks. That's changed for me over the time. But on some levels, it never has changed. I empower people. I help people to get to their best selves. And sometimes I get help from other people too in that process. Be you. The world will adjust. The world will adjust. And be the reason people around you succeed and are inspired. I've got a teammate here, and you might as well be a teammate. Yep. I actually got to coach his kid, which was really special. So I knew these 2 gentlemen from lacrosse. It wasn't just me that was an All-American or a national champ. There were probably 60, 70 guys. You could just look, and that was the standard. There's a Sun Prairie standard, and that is excellence. Academically, athletically, and I would even say from a community standpoint. You have a responsibility. You know, I'm a huge Coach Saban fan, and he always says when people do things for you, there's a thank you, but there's an I owe you. So all the things that I endured so that kids of color, hopefully, well, my mom and dad definitely put forth a lot of effort to make things different from when I went to school and you were here. But regardless of your experience, like I said, your dreams are valid, but on top of that, you have a responsibility to go forth and do even better so that 25 years from now, if you're in the community or not, you can say, oh, you know what? That kid in my calc class, okay, they're on the wall of success. Maybe you tutored them. Maybe you were just nice to them. The little things matter. Your words matter. But you also have a responsibility to do better. And to be honest, my mom and dad worked too hard for us to go back. We need to move forward. What makes America great is the diversity. And we need to lean into that even more. You know, I only played 2 years of football, but you know, one of the things that really resonates with me even now is Coach Hahn. You know, one of the assistant coaches never played a down of football, but he was part of the staff. That was Mr. Minga, because of the analytics. So even back in the 80s, Coach Hahn was well ahead of things. He knew the value of different ways of thinking. You know, at the end of the day, this is a wonderful community filled with amazing people. This is a beautiful school. And you guys are important. Everybody's important, for sure. Kids, you guys are important. I know the past couple years have been really rough because I'm a teacher. I get it. But you're important and you are valuable. And we need you more than ever to be the best versions of yourselves. So get after it. All right? Again, I want to thank everyone who took the time out today to be here. And I am just honored and grateful for this opportunity. I want to thank you and wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elena Jacobs, and I am the president of Student Council. We want to thank you for joining us today by presenting you with a gift and a plaque.
Wow, thank you.
I'm Amaria Williams. I'm a participant of our Black Student Union. Yeah, so aside from that, we also have your plaque.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of the student body, I want to congratulate you on your amazing achievements, and I want to thank you for the example you have set for us. Your record of leadership, education, and prosperity is inspiring to all of us. So once again, thank you for being here today, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you again for our student leaders. We appreciate you dearly and want to always uplift and uphold the fact that your voices really do matter for us. So on an end note, I want to just leave you with this quote. The struggles that you're going through today is developing the strength you will need tomorrow. And I think that's been uplifted from everyone off of this stage. And we just want to remind you that every day you can be your best self. Thank you for being a captive audience, and we truly appreciate you. Have a great day.